Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is day 1 out of 50 of our SAT Math Prep series. And in this series, we'll be tackling a different problem set each day. And there are like 4 main types of problem sets. We have algebra, geometry, and trigonometry, which is one. We have data analysis, and the last one is advanced math. So today we'll be just doing algebra, so not the most difficult, but we'll be looking at difficult problems like this one, like a three bar difficulty, one of the hardest ones. So reading what system of linear equations is represented by the lines shown. Always look at the answer choices first. And this got printed out weird from the college board. So it reads like that. So 8x plus 4y equals 32 is the first equation, and then negative 10x minus 4y equals negative 64 is the second equation. So take that for each one. And when you see these graphs, you kind of want to, when you're making an equation, you kind of want to look at the slope first. So we'll name this one y1 and this line y2. And for slope, remember rise over run. So here, we're going to pick 2 points. We'll pick here and here for this one. So connect them, and as you see, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4 down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. So the slope for y1 is going to be equal to, ignore this thing down here, y1 is going to be equal to negative 4 over 5x plus b1, and then y2, that one, you can look at this point here and this point here. You always want to pick points which are kind of like dead on a number. So here and here, we're going down 2 and across 5. We'll make these negative so it's easier to distinguish. So that will be negative 2 over 5x plus b2. And then the problem here is we don't know what b1 and b2 are. So to do that, we always want to set y equal to 0. And a good way to do that is look at the x-intercepts. So this point would work, and we plug this point in to each of these equations for the x and y. So we start with this equation over here, and we'll plug in 0, 8. So we have 0, sorry, this point isn't 0, 8, it's 8, 0. So yeah, that will be 0 is equal to negative 4 over 5 times 8 plus b1, and this will be 0 is equal to negative 2 over 5, 8 plus b2, and then solving for each one, b1 is equal to, move this over to this side, 32 over 5, and then b2 is equal to 16 over 5. So we can write out our equations now. Y1 is equal to negative 4 over 5x plus 32 over 5, and y2 is equal to negative 2 over 5x plus 16 over 5. So pulling down the same equations we had at the beginning and just plugging in the b's we found for the y-intercepts. And now for system of linear equations, we're seeing how our equations here can match the answer choices. So in the answer choices, y1 and y2 are just subscripts. Just kind of ignore them for the answer choices. We want to see if our equations we found match, and they don't. So we kind of have to manipulate our equations. And to do that, we'll multiply the whole equation. And for instance, I'm going to do it by 5 to start. So we can have some numbers that match up with the equations or with the answers. So 5y is equal to negative 4x plus 32. And as we see, our x's and y's are on the both the same side for each one. So we're going to move both of them to the same side. So we have 4x plus 5y is equal to 32. And then we'll do the same for this one. We'll multiply both sides by 5. And we have 5y is equal to negative 2x plus 16. Move both to the same side. So we have 2x plus 5y is equal to 16. So now we should look at the equations or the answers and see if any of those equations match. We have some 4x's, which is good, but no 5y's in any of them. It's all 10y's. So we're going to multiply by 2 again. And we're going to get 8x plus 10y is equal to 32. And 4x plus 10y is equal to, oh, sorry, this is 64. And this is 32. So now we can look. I'm pretty sure this equation is going to be on the leftmost side. And if we look at D, that matches up perfectly. And now we just need the right equation. So here, this one matches up perfectly, but everything's negative. So given this equation, we can just multiply the whole thing by -1, and we're going to get negative 8x minus 10y is equal to negative 64. And that's the same deal there. So D is going to be our answer for that one. Okay, that was a pretty long question. We're going to move into our next one. Okay, sorry. Line K is defined by y is equal to negative 17 over 3x plus 5. Line J is perpendicular to line K in the xy plane. What is the slope of line J? So looking at this problem, whenever it brings up perpendicular, you always want, and obviously slope, you want to remember that slope, the perpendicular slope is always opposite in sign, and you flip the fraction. So for example, we have this slope right here in this equation. Negative 17 over 3 is equal to the slope for line K. And if we have a perpendicular slope, so slope is usually denoted by m, so let's do m subscript k is equal to negative 17 over 3. So the perpendicular slope, m subscript k, or not k, j. Give me a second. M subscript j is equal to the opposite in sign, so we're going to have positive, and then flip the fraction, 3 over 17. So our answer here is just going to be 3 over 17. This is a fill-in question, so there's not answer choices, but 3 over 17 is our answer for that. That was a much faster question than the first one. Okay, looking at our final question. So we have this equation, 2 times 8x plus 4 times 7y is equal to 12 minus 2 times 8x plus 4 times 7y is equal to 12. Okay, so this printed out weird again. Those are the two separate equations. So we're going to solve this for the value of 8x plus 7y. So in these system of equation questions, you want to find one value first, either x or y, and then solve for the second one, and then plug it into whatever expression they give you, like this one. So we're going to start with simplifying this. So always set it up like top to bottom. So we're going to put these on top of each other. And then we have 12 minus 2 times 8x plus 4 times 7y. Oh, did that wrong again. Sorry, ignore that. So it's going to be negative 2 times 8x plus 4 times 7y is equal to 12. and then you add these systems of equations. So looking at this is obviously going to cancel out since 16x minus 16x is 0. And then looking at this, we have 28y plus 28y, so that's going to give us 56y is equal to 24. So we are already solving for one variable like that since that cancels out nicely. And then we get y is equal to 24 over 56. And then that simplifies to 12 over 28. And that's equal to, we could divide both sides by 4. So we get 3 over 7. So now we have our y value. Let's just do it like that so it's easy to see. So y is equal to 3 over 7. We're going to plug it into one of the equations. So we could either choose this one or this one. I'm just going to pick the left one because it's positive numbers are easier to deal with. So we go 2 times 8x plus 4 times 7 to the 3 over 7 is equal to 12. So we have 16x plus 4 times, this cancels out to 3 since these cancel. And then it's equal to 12. And then we have 16x is equal to 0. So that means x is just equal to 0. So these are our two values. And now a lot of people just forget and like, oh, put 3 over 7 as their answer, 0 as their answer. You always have to plug it back into what it's asking. So we have 8 times x, which is 0, plus 7 times 3 over 7. And that's going to give us our answer of 3. And that's another fill-in. Also 3 difficulty, but not too hard.